Calvin Castine at the St. Mary's School grounds. And chances are, if you have any connection with St. Mary's School, past or present, any connection with St. Mary's Parish, you've gotten a desperate call from this young lady within the last 48 hours.
Or we'll be getting one.
Or we'll be getting one. The phone is ringing right now. It may be Amy Gehrig.
That's right. I had 17 messages when I got home today.
All of them saying no.
No, yes.
I
got a couple yeses out of it. Yeah.
Always amazed me when I was chairman of the games and such, that how many people decided that Memorial Weekend was the weekend we're going to go camping and the heck with St. Mary's and the Bazaar and all that stuff.
That's right. They've got their priorities messed up. There should be no weddings, no graduations, no baby showers. We have a lot of those this weekend, and it's hurting.
What better place to have a baby shower than right here at the Bazaar grounds?
That's right. Throw them in the new Bouncy.
Win that baby a stuffed animal.
Get the baby to come out early.
Yeah, that'd be in the Bouncy. What are you chairman? Are you chairman of? I know the Father J. Seymour is the overall guru of everything, but what is your title?
Pickup. I'm in charge of the auction, getting all the donations, sending out the letters to all the businesses, collecting all the donations, scheduling everybody to work, games, running the auction. Just overseer that people show up for their jobs and fill in and run and be here.
Oh, so you haven't got much to do then?
No. Oh, and I forgot set up. We got to set up and, lug everything out of the school out here, to be ready. And so just a little bit.
Okay. Now this, I saw from the advertisement that they're calling this the 40th annual Bazaar here in beautiful downtown Champlain. I would have guessed maybe 39. Is 40 100% accurate? Are you sure?
I believe so, because I announced last year it was a 39th, so unless...
And nobody argued with you?
No one argued with me, no, and I'm pretty sure it is, but no, I have no clue. I just picked up and started doing it, and I think this is my sixth one, so...
Yeah, I think that would have made the first one in 66, and I would have thought 67 would have been the first one. The high school here closed in 69, and the camera's not going to be moving to show it, but basically... when that Bazaar operated at first, it was just a few booths right down the side of this building over here, right down
cool.
the side of the former high school building here. And there wasn't much else out on the field, and then eventually they started getting some tents and some buildings out there, and then Felix Misek donated some lumber and
started building, huh?
Yeah, next thing you know, we had some buildings here. And we ought to start renting those out during the off-season.
If you could get in them, they're all filled with stuff in the off-season. That's where we put all the pieces of wood for the booths and all the barrels, and just shove it in and close it up.
No valuable stuff,
No valuables. No. It's just all the plumbings, I guess you could say, of putting this together. So.
Okay, what's new and different this year? I know on Friday we're having
we're kicking
spaghetti dinner.
Yep, we're kicking off the weekend with the spaghetti dinner at 4 p.m. It'll go till 6:30, just before bingo. So you can make a big night of it and play bingo right after that. That'll be down in the gym. And that is being sponsored by Applebee's. Applebee's is taking care of all the sauces, the salad, the bread. There's no cost to it for us at all. So it's a huge... generous donation.
Outside of putting the lights on, is all profit.
Yeah, exactly.
How'd that happen? Is there a connection with Applebee's in our parish?
Not that I'm aware of. They did it last year for our spaghetti dinner, and they're really into community service and helping out, and they just stepped up to the plate, and so we've latched on. Nobody else go after them, though. We like to keep them.
Stepped up to that spaghetti plate.
That's right.
That's a good plate to step up to. So, but people can stop into Applebee's and say, thanks.
Yes, definitely. There's so many. I mean, this would not happen with all of our generous donors. We have a lot. DSO stepped up the other day. I needed cement, and he gave me a price. And I said, "Oh," and he says, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." You know, so it's exciting. We now have a dime booth where the floor is smooth. You don't have to dig in the dirt to find the dime. So if anyone wants to work it now, we need some more workers. So you can come and do that. So it's a beautiful floor in there, and John Carey did all the work for that, and thank God for John. John's been putting everything together this year for us, taking care of a lot of new regulations with the health department. We've had to make a lot of adjustments, which has been both timely and very expensive. So
Yeah, I know. Allison Blaine has got to go to the Knights of Columbus to cook her spaghetti. Can't do it at home anymore. Not her spaghetti, but
Exactly.
her Michigan sauce. Can't do it at home anymore. The health department has stepped up and looked at all these fundraisers and said, well, you can do it, but you got to jump through these hoops first.
yeah.
And you can understand their point.
yeah, we have to have
Looking out
running
for our
water.
health.
We have to have a special tub to get rid of the water. We can't just dump the water out the back door anymore.
Oh, no.
Every booth's going to have sink so they can wash their hands with, fresh water.
Food booths?
Yeah, the food booths, not the games. I don't care about the games. So it's a big change, and we used to run our water that we used through a garden hose, and we had to get special hose that was approved health-wise to carry drinking water. So for all of you who are drinking out of your hoses at home, I guess there's some health
Don't
risks.
tell the health
So be
department.
careful.
Well, I'm going to tell a little story. I won't mention the kid's name, but one of my relatives, not my immediate kids, but somebody else was over, and I was pumping out my basement, and
Oh no.
this big hose was running and squirting out, and I have it off the ground a little bit so it doesn't dig a hole in my lawn, and so he was thirsty, and he's about 5 or 6 years old, and he comes over, and I look out the window, and he's got his. I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "That's my basement." He said, "Oh, just washing my face." Well, I wouldn't wash my face in that either.
Yeah.
But so yeah, garden hoses, that's fine, but don't do it with a sump pump.
That's right. Oh, that's really gross. So Friday is packed, which is unusual. So we're hoping to get a bunch of people to come.
The grounds won't be open. It's just the bingo and the spaghetti.
Correct. The grounds will not be open. If you come, you'll be sent
enlisted.
away.
No,
Yes.
you're enlisted into driving a nail or two or something.
Yeah, that's true too. We're still setting up and getting ready, and we do need people to help set up too. Friday we'll start around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Friday, lugging everything up out of the school and getting it to the right booths, and then we've got the Dave Lamberton and his Knights of Columbus crew that come and do all the manual labor as far as putting together the booths, which they started to do. They'll actually get their lawnmower out and mow little paths around the booths and everything. They make sure all the electrical's working, water's running, all the little nitpicky things that need to be done.
Right now the grounds look, even though we've had quite a bit of rain, the grounds look pretty solid.
They are, thank God. I mean, you don't squish with the mud splashing up your leg. And I don't remember the last bazaar we've had where that hasn't happened.
Right.
So hoping God will work on our side and keep it like this through the weekend. That would be great. Like some hot sunny weather too, but as it stands now, we're not even going to open the dunking booth because the forecast is not for very warm weather. So, however, if that changes, we will open the booth.
A no donking bazaar. Looks like the Seymour family is here.
Yeah, come on, jump in for the interview. Yeah, they've got a shower or something this weekend, so they can't help.
They're not going to help.
No.
Paul and Linda Seymour are not going to be helping at the bazaar this year.
No.
Oh my goodness! And we're going to run it anyway.
We're going to run it anyway. We're missing a lot of our regulars. There's a huge wedding Saturday. So
Send money though, Linda.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, we'll take your money.
We'll designate some kids to go out and spend it and tell you what you won later.
That's right. Now, what's different about Saturday is we are moving the auction to noon. Usually run at 6 right after the Saturday Mass. And this year we decided to start early so we're not losing so many people that, it tends to get very cold. The mosquitoes descend and people want out. So the items that we still have left, they go for nothing. So we're thinking if we run it during the daytime hours, we'll maintain a strong presence.
You won't have to give the items away. Just
Right.
End up okay. So that starts at noon,
Starts at noon.
and
It will
the
go
games-
till it stops.
Games in the food booths, concession
They
stand,
start
all
at
that-
11.
all
They'll
that
all
will
be open. Food will run all day. We have the sausage booth, pizza, pretzels, the cotton candy booth, and of course the main concession stand with the hot dogs and hamburgers and French fries and.
And this is all
Snow cones.
Clinton County Health Department approved.
Totally, totally.
Their stamp
We
of
welcome the
approval.
inspectors. We hear they're going to be here. We will be prepared.
And if they don't like it, we got some bats to break their knees with.
We'll tie them up and we'll feed them the food and show them that it truly is safe. So then Saturday after Mass, we will be having a karaoke performance, hopefully. So anybody who wants to come and have a good time, it's 6 o'clock. Yeah,
Is there an entry fee?
It'd be great. No entry fee. No,
entry fee.
just come on and sing.
You got to bring your own music, though.
Yeah, bring your own music. We have the karaoke machine, but that way people can sit around, eat their dinner, and get a laugh, and
Or
or maybe it really will be true entertainment.
Or, there
Maybe
you
we
go.
have the next new idol in Champlain.
That's right.
And we might come across it, right?
That's right. Or we could put that karaoke thing right next to the beer tent and, and really get some
Exactly.
singing.
And I think that's probably what the plan will be. The other big thing is the beer booth. There's no longer the cooler to keep the kegs in, so we're going
Oh.
to cans and bottles.
Oh,
Well, probably not bottles. I'm assuming it's all cans.
I hope so.
So the weather forecast didn't look good enough, and we had lost our supply for ice. So we had to make some adjustments at the last minute for that.
Well, they used to park a reefer or whatever it was here with the to keep it cool. They haven't been doing that.
We did last year. We specifically had one the size of it, but they don't have that on the road this year.
Okay.
So it's not available for us. So we had to do some adjustment there. I was kind of afraid of having to lug the kegs from the truck here all the way over to the other side because Father said no way to having the beer tent moved closer to the events. So we have to keep the beer tent still out in the boonies over there.
Their own world.
Yeah, but they seem to like to go out there and keeps it away from the kids and
Those drinkers.
the drinkers. Well, thank God for the drinkers because we get a lot of money off of that. So I'm trying to think what else is different. We're not planning on opening the dunking booth right now. If it turns hot and I can get some volunteers, we'll definitely open it up. But when it's cold, it's so much work that we can't do it. We'll probably have a few more games closed this year than open because we have a huge shortage of volunteers. So anyone who's watching and you want to give a couple of hours, please, give a call.
Don't have
And
to work 8 hours, just a couple hours here and there.
2 hours here and there. I'm taking anything. If you've got an hour, that would relieve someone to run to the bathroom and have some lunch.
And the critical hours, you've got 11 o'clock every day, but right after that parade until 4 o'clock.
Huge.
That's where the money is made.
1 to 4, we do probably 70% of the business.
Yeah. So if you only got a few hours to give, that would be the most critical hours.
Yeah.
But maybe if you can work
Any cooking skills.
6 till 8, then somebody else can work those hours. So
Right.
if you can't work those hours, don't say, "Well, I can't help."
Yeah.
Maybe by you working a different shift, somebody else could work those hours. So that.
Yeah, and we need everything. Even people who will just, as I said, I can spot someone for a half hour. That's all I have. That's great. That would give 2 people a chance to get out and
Visit the beer booth.
yeah, get some replenishments themselves and be able to go back in because a lot of the people who volunteer, they volunteer from open to close, and that's a long shift in a little booth. So
Yep.
yeah, pretty big.
So the parade Sunday at noon as usual.
Yes, and I don't know a lot about the parade. I'm sorry.
I know the Norwood Brass Band is going to be
They're
back,
coming back. Thank
By
goodness.
popular
They're
demand.
wonderful.
Yes.
They're wonderful. And
And
they
they-
totally donate their time.
and they perform on the grounds after. And
Yeah.
usually the Epiphany from the Saint Eustache is here, and they march around, and they're the ones that go in the little figure eights.
I love
and-
that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So there will be bands performing here on the grounds after, but no talent performance on Sunday.
No. No, there was nothing at this point. If anybody knows of anybody for next year, we'll start planning for next year. You know, it's always nice to have that entertainment and keep people here. And then we're going to have the barbecue chicken dinner too. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, we can't forget the big chicken barbecue.
Yes, and of course that will be cooked to health department regulations as well. So all of you who've been afraid to come before, come on down because it's really quite good.
We've had so many people that have died after coming to the bazaar. That won't happen anymore.
We have never had anyone get sick from our bazaar that we're aware of. Well, except for some of the people at the beer booth.
A lot of mysterious deaths within the week following the bazaar, but we know just
Lord.
coincidence.
Yeah.
But the grounds, if you know, we've been here some years where you step and it's ankle deep with water, and important, you know, I think it's important too to point out why we're having a bazaar for the past 39 to 40 years.
Well, I would assume it got started for the school. I do it for the school. You know, we have a wonderful program here, pre-K through 6th grade. Our teachers are probably some of the best teachers in the North Country, and I'm not just saying that because they're here. These guys come and work for nothing because of the love of teaching.
Well, you're here a lot too, aren't you?
I'm here a lot, yeah. Totally free. There's no paycheck here. But, you know, I believe it. I got started coming here 6 years ago when we adopted our children. I actually asked to borrow some chairs for our party we were having. And Sister said, well, how many kids do you have that you're adopting? And I told her 4 at that point. We now have 6. And she said, well, have you thought about Catholic education? I said, I can't afford Catholic education. I'm 4 kids now. No. It's amazing how affordable it is, and it's so worth it. You know, my kids have just blossomed, and you know, you get smaller classrooms, and the plus is just there's so many of them. And we have a lot of things that the public school has except for cash. So this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We tend to raise almost $25,000 consistently, depending on how the weather is the key piece. So, you know, it's worth it. I mean, I know it's really hard for people to give of their time these days. Everybody's working and...
Now, when I came here, when Amy called me to look for help, I said, I want to do this show. She said, I want to talk for 5 minutes. I just switched tapes here because the tape ran out in the middle of the conversation after over 17 minutes.
Yeah, I'm never for lack of words, I guess.
So we've gone over 17 minutes, so that's why we abruptly ended there and why we're picking up again. And you were telling us about what a wonderful place it is the school is, and I think well into that recitation we got into the fact that there are non-Catholics that come here in addition to our Catholic students, so I don't think that part was on tape. So I think that's important to point out to people that because you do have God mentioned here once in a while, that a lot of people think that's important. And
every day.
We're not condemning the public schools by any means, but if having God and religion become part of the education process for your kids is important, then you should consider St. Mary's or a Catholic school in your area, or you know, outside of Catholic schools, I don't think there are too many religious schools in the area.
No, I mean the next closest is down in Plattsburgh. So we have kids that come over from Vermont.
That's Catholic too, and there are some Christian schools. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So for our area up here, the northernmost tier, this is it.
Yeah.
So, well worth it. You know, I'm not sure where we got cut off in my stories.
You missed some really wonderful stories, folks. You should have been here. But stop in at the bazaar. She'll tell you those stories again as you're walking around.
That's right, and why you should come to St. Mary's. And I know one thing that I did emphasize, and I'm not sure if it was on the tape, but it's worth repeating, is, you know, a lot of times people think that Catholic education is just not affordable, and they don't even think about it. And it is so affordable no matter what the cost is. If a quality education is what you're looking for your child, then, you know, there's always something you can adjust in your home. Go to McDonald's less. Adds up quite quickly.
Let's not pick out McDonald's.
Oh yeah, no, we want you to go to McDonald's. I mean, you know what I'm saying here.
Go to eat out less.
Eat out less, but not the people who are helping us and sponsoring us, please.
Don't just avoid. We're not saying.
So, but we know we have scholarship programs that are available. You can replace tuition by talking with Sister Cordata.
Talking to Sister Cordata is worth how many dollars?
That's right. Depends what you talk to her about. There's a few subjects that she can really get going on. But something can always be worked out. She will never ever turn a child away, and of course, unless they set her habit on fire, she might think twice about that. But
if somebody sincerely wants to come here,
yes,
she'll work with you to find a way to make it possible.
Exactly. So that's why we do this event, is to raise money for our school. And we want to keep the doors open. We want to shout from the rooftop, come check us out. See what we're all about. We do many of the same things that the public school do. We actually have a baseball team. It's our second year for having one.
Yeah, I was talking to Herb Perro over in Alberg. He's talking about this past Monday. So I got to go over there and beat those Catholic school kids in my Alberg team, he said.
That's right.
Did they beat those Catholic school kids?
Well, no, we got rained out. And so it was scheduled for today, and we were supposed to have a home game. And as you can see, our field has kind of been taken over by the rides. So at the last minute, we had to move the game back to Alberg today. So now we're all heading to Alberg momentarily to play that game. So we have a wonderful computer program. There's computers in every single classroom. We have it all, and with the best teachers. If that was cut out, you got to hear it again, because we have some of the most awesome teachers here that they really come to teach free of charge, for what we are able to pay them. But that they must love teaching if they keep coming here year after year, day after day, and so lovingly and freely give of their time. And we even have some teachers that aren't Catholic. And Sister likes to pick on a particular Protestant teacher that we have, and it has become a joke. But as I said, it's a wonderful, it's a fabulous school. It's worth everything, for these events. So, and then I started talking about our auction, because I kind of skimmed over that the first time. Can I go back to that yet, or no?
Sure, we'll go back to the auction. We got more time on this 5-minute tape here. Go ahead.
Our big item this year is a fishing boat, brand new fishing boat that was generously donated, 2 parts, a Farm and Family Center and an anonymous donor. We are going to also have in there life vests. We're going to have fishing poles. We're going to have a fully loaded tackle box. Might throw some sodas or some beers in there. So that'll be our big item. We've got a piano, we've got organ, we've got car seats, lots of new car seats. I mean, they're just like fabulous car seats. So if people need car seats, we've got a lot of children's things, obviously. We have a beautiful glider, rocking chair from Annette's Furniture that was donated. Gift certificates coming out the yin yang for everything from Taekwondo lessons, gym memberships, spas, facials, massages, restaurant tickets, golf passes, on and on it goes. Everyone has been very, very generous as usual. We could not pull off this event with all of our sponsors, and we will have a huge wall of thanks, and I hope that you all come and take a look at that, because these are the people that say yes and step up to the plate and help out. And we have 3 different levels of donors. We have our gold donors, which donate $251 or more. And we have probably over 20 of those this year. And some of those donors just give us hardcore cash, which is wonderful, because that will pay for the food and cut our expenses down even further, which is what we like to do.
So if it's $250.99, they don't make it, right?
No, they don't make it. No. Sometimes I fudge, a little bit when it's that close. We used to do $101, so we, pushed it up. But then we had our regulars that kept sending a $100 check. Well, I can't deny that for $1. So that's our next level of donors. This year they're going to be the green ones on the board, and they donate anywhere from $100 to $249.99.
Oh, wait a minute now. You get $251. How about if you...
Oh, yeah, $250. That's right. That's true. That's right. I had
$250.99.
$250.99. See? Yeah. Oh, math. I didn't come to St. Mary, so... And then our bottom tier, which by no means they're on the bottom. They're our red bricks. They're the
first
foundation.
Tier, the first tier.
The first tier. They are the rock. They are the ones that build that wall up.
We get the point.
Okay, and we have hundreds of people that have stepped up, businesses that have donated. Oh, as I was giving you lists of a variety of different things, even oil and
Oil's important.
It is important. It's the what keeps the wheel going.
Getting more important all the time.
That's right. That's right. So we have it all really at the auction. The auction's starting at noon. I want to reiterate, it's at noon. This is the first time we've done it at that time. Hopefully, no mosquitoes will be out, and
well, maybe
it'll
a few.
be warmer.
If the mosquitoes out, it means it'll be warm. So
Well,
we
okay,
want
but
a few mosquitoes.
Okay, a few we'll allow.
Just a few.
Just a few.
With thousands of people on the grounds,
Right.
100 mosquitoes, you know.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You know, hopefully you'll have enough mosquitoes that everybody can have one, but you know, maybe not.
That's okay. We'll let it not be enough for everybody.
Okay. All right. So St. Mary's Bazaar, Memorial Day weekend. So Friday, we're going to start over for all you people that tuned in late. Friday is the big spaghetti feed starting at 4:30. You said.
Yes, starts at 4:30. And
Is that a co-ed baseball team, softball team?
Yes, it is co-ed.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it is. We
Oh,
are
my
a progressive Catholic school.
Oh yeah.
We don't deny anybody. Of course, we need them all to make a team.
You're even gonna let the boys play.
Yep, we let the boys play and everything, so it's an awesome thing.
I just saw a young lady, and she's got a Vermont plate, so she is
That's right.
going home to play against her native folks.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
all right, spaghetti
so,
feed.
Spaghetti. And then we have the raffle, bingo, sorry.
Oh, yeah, my mother's already booked her seat.
Good,
She's got her
good.
18 cards already paid for.
So all of our old-time regulars, it's this amazing thing. They've got
No smoking.
This system. You know, they'll have 20 cards in front of them, and then all their
They
little
know.
trinkets that
They
are their
know.
good luck buddies, and it's serious
and they know
business.
the numbers they got too.
That's right. So, for all of you who are
Ask them what day of the week it is. They don't know. We just ask them what number.
That's right.
You got a B11. Yep. I got a B11 on those 4 cards right there. What day is it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. So that'll be awesome. That'll be Friday night, and then Saturday we open up 11 o'clock for everybody with all our rides from Green Mountain. They come and we have the Ferris wheel and the swings and the jumpies, and we've got the little tyke rides as well. So we've got it for every age group out there. We'll have all our food stands open, the concessions, both for hamburg, hot dogs, sausages, pizza, snow cones. Did I say sausage booth? I think I
Yeah, you
did.
said 6 times.
Pizza, yeah. I
Lots of
can't keep
sausage.
track.
Well,
Yeah,
you
lots
can't-
of sausage.
you can't-
Wicked good, and we always sell out of that. So you know, and then all our games as well. We're again hoping to get more volunteers. So anybody who wants to do anything, so we can get everything opened up, would be awesome. And our auction starts at noon on Saturday. Again, noon, and we will run till we're done. We're not giving up. I told Father we're not even going to break for Mass. We're moving through. So those of you who come to our auction, and you'll have to get to 8 o'clock or 10:30 Mass. Then on Sunday, our parade starts at noon. The grounds will open up at 11. Usually the country store opens up a little before that because that's when you get all the best homemade pies and yummies that our wonderful parishioners are always making for this event. I can't forget that. The country store I didn't even mention.
No, we better
And that
mention
has everything in it, you know, from attic items to new items. We got a beautiful, wonderful donation from Burton Snowboards this year of helmets, ski helmets, and knapsacks. So we've got a lot of brand new things that'll be in the booth, as well as used items for sale.
And come to the bake sale before those are outlawed, because if the Board of Health
I
has
know.
to see where every donut and every cookie is made,
Now, because they're baked, there's something about it that they do
okay.
pass, because that was my first concern. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do about the pies? So come early for those, that's the best. So Sunday we'll have the parade, and then after the grounds are crazy, everyone's coming to eat. We have our barbecue chicken dinner, and last year people waited because they wanted to see if it might get marked down, and we sold out within 3 hours on the barbecue dinner, so don't wait on that. And then we'll have all the other food
then
to
you'll have
fill
to
you up.
you'll have to fill up with Michigans and cheeseburgers.
That's right. That's right. See, I never mentioned Michigan. See, that's it. And cheeseburgers and fries and all that good healthy. Oh, fried dough. Fried
Fried
dough.
that's popular.
Man, you wait all year for that, you know.
Yeah, and that's something that's held on. I remember back in the early 70s, bobo balls were the rage. They were like one of those Chinese things that come, a little like egg rolls. Well, they're like egg rolls, but they were bobo balls.
Oh.
And they were, for about 5-6 years, they were the most popular thing.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, they were. People were buying them up after. They couldn't eat. They'd order extra to take home.
Oh, that's great.
So sometimes these food crazes come and go, but fried bread dough
it's just
come
a
and
consistent.
stayed.
That's right. You can't get rid of that.
How about the bloomin' onions? Are those still popular?
No, they kind of died out. One, because it was labor intensive, and this big special onion you had to have became so expensive that we'd make $100 or $200 by the end of the weekend on that. It was not worth it. Delicious, but they had to go up to like $3 a piece. Which we felt was too much for people to spend.
Yeah.
So we try to keep the things that we can still make some money on and keep the prices as low as possible.
That's the whole idea. You want to make a profit at the end of it.
Exactly. So don't eat. This is a weekend. You don't have to cook at home. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, no cooking allowed. If you're caught, I believe it is against the law in the village of Champlain. And since I'm on the board now, maybe I can institute that a little bit more, right?
One less black fly to worry about this weekend.
That's right. Hey, got him good.
Yes, we always manage to, at least one of the days, maybe sometimes both, if we're not here, come down to the concession stand and order up a dozen Michigans to go or whatever and take them home and enjoy them there.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of if you're not able to come and stay, at least come and take a takeout order and bring it home if you.
That's right. And if you're having like a picnic at home, any of those days, and you want to pretend like you were the good cook, sneak on down, and we'll supply you everything.
You can even get some barbecued chicken to take back with you.
That's right. Great idea.
Okay, we have one less black fly, only 100 mosquitoes, and Amy has predicted sunny, but
beautiful.
Occasional cloudy weather. You don't want it
light
too
breeze,
hot.
keep the bugs away.
And you don't want it too hot.
Yeah, no, it could be overcast
nobody
like
has
this.
We don't
want
have our
sunburns.
tans yet. That's right.
Okay.
We've had years where it was the first sunny weekend, and if we have it this year,
That's okay.
it's sunny, it'd be the first sunny weekend.
We just
and people will burn out here, so we want a few clouds to.
No gales.
No gals?
No gales.
Oh, gales.
Gales, yeah. No, sorry, that's because I'm from outside of Rochester, and we always do our A's like that. And, it'd be nice not to have to wear the hip boots this year.
Yes.
It'd be great, because, you have to run across
nice and dry right
for the
now.
beer booth, and, you kind of get wrinkled on,
Yeah.
sprinkled on all over.
Yep.
So we're excited. We're looking forward to it, and we welcome all of you to come and have a good time. It's open for all kids of all ages, and even you big adults out there that are still kids at heart.
Yeah, well, it's not just the kids. It's
You can
a
throw
chance.
baseball this year.
What's that?
You can throw a baseball this year. Now you're not holding that big heavy camera anymore.
My arm was dying. That's why I went to that tripod. But in some cases, you come to something like this Bazaar, or if you go, the next weekend is over in St. Anne's and Rouse's Point, coming up to 4th of July. And Altona's not having their own home day this year, but and Moore's Labor Day. But sometimes you come to these field events, and it's the only time you see these people all year. And
Exactly.
a lot of people come back. So you might see somebody that doesn't live around the area anymore that you might only see this one time. So it's a great time to.
Oh yeah, you don't
reminisce.
realize how many people actually live here. We get thousands of people that come on these grounds, and it's great to see. It really is.
Free admission.
Free admission. We welcome you. Please leave your dogs at home and your bicycles. We always have trouble with the bikes. The kids, because they come up, which is great, but it becomes way too difficult on the path with the bikes. So.
Okay. Well, you've got a baseball or softball or baseball.
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 Ooh.
Co-ed.
A co-ed baseball game to go to. They're going to beat the Dickens out of Alberg.
That's right. That's right. St. Mary's rules.
Okay. Thank you for taking time, Amy. And
thank you for having me.
Giving your push button. Used to be a dialing finger. Now it's a push button finger. You give your finger a rest as you were calling people.
That's right. Calling all morning. Well, not all morning. Since 11 o'clock, I've been on the phone.
And as I said at the start, if you have anything to do with St. Mary's in the past or present, chances are you've heard from this young lady. If you haven't heard from her, It must be you have an unpublished number and she can't get a hold of you, so
Or
call
not
her.
an answering machine, so.
Of course, she has an unpublished number too, so you you can't call her, but call the school, call the
Call
rectory.
school, they know how to get a hold of me.
They can find her.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
All right.